Do you know why, after the age of 60, so many people can't sleep well at night? Is it because of restless legs syndrome? Or is it because of nighttime leg cramps? At first glance, these two conditions sound similar. Both make your legs uncomfortable, both often appear at night, and both can destroy your sleep. But in reality, they are two completely different problems. And if you mistake one for the other, you might apply the wrong method, and the more you try, the worse it gets. That's why in this video, we're going to uncover the truth. We'll break down what exactly is restless legs syndrome, what really causes leg cramps after 60, why do so many older adults confuse the two, and most importantly, what practical steps can you take, starting today, to finally get a restful night's sleep. Stay with me until the very end, because I'll reveal simple yet powerful solutions that you can apply immediately. These are proven tips that thousands of seniors have used to improve their nights and regain peace of mind. And remember, don't just watch passively. Think about your own situation, leave your experiences in the comments, and hit the like button if any part resonates with you, because your story could be the key that helps someone else find the answer they've been searching for. Let's dive in. Asterisk. Now, let's begin with the first condition, restless leg syndrome, often shortened as RLS. This is a neurological movement disorder, meaning it's directly related to your nervous system and how your body controls muscle movements. And here's the most important point. The more you rest, the more the symptoms appear. Imagine this. You're lying in bed, your body relaxed, ready to fall asleep. But just minutes later, you feel something strange in your legs, sometimes in the calves, sometimes in the thighs, even the feet. It's not exactly pain, not exactly itchiness, but it makes you unbearably uncomfortable, like an electric current running under your skin, or tiny insects crawling inside your muscles, and immediately you feel a strong urge. You must move. Stretching, bending your knees, or even getting up to walk around. The moment you move, the discomfort eases. But as soon as you lie back down, it returns. That is restless legs syndrome. Statistics show that about 10 to 15% of people over 60 experience this condition at varying levels. For some, it's just a nuisance. But for others, it ruins their sleep, leading to chronic insomnia, daytime fatigue, memory decline, irritability, and reduced quality of life. What makes it worse is that many people don't even know they have RLS. They think it's just fidgety legs or weak nerves. But in truth, it's a recognized neurological disorder with a very specific mechanism. Researchers found that RLS is linked to an imbalance in dopamine, the neurotransmitter that controls muscle movement. When dopamine levels are low or unstable, movement signals become chaotic. The result is that overwhelming urge to move your legs. That's why symptoms are often worse at night, when dopamine naturally drops in the brain. In addition, studies show a strong connection between RLS and low iron levels in the brain. Iron plays a key role in producing dopamine. When brain iron is deficient, dopamine production falls and RLS flares up. This explains why older adults, especially postmenopausal women, are at higher risk. So how do you know if you really have RLs? Doctors usually rely on four main criteria: uncomfortable sensations in the legs appearing during rest, especially in the evening. An irresistible urge to movement relieves the discomfort. Symptoms worsen at night. Daytime is often milder or symptom-free, not explained by another condition such as arthritis, muscle pain, or circulation issues. If you recognize yourself in these signs, chances are you may be living with RLs. Think of the common complaint many seniors share. I'm fine during the day, but at night, as soon as I lie down, my legs twitch, crawl, and I can't sleep. That is the voice of restless legs syndrome. But here's the hidden danger. RLS doesn't just rob you of sleep. Long-term studies show that people with RLS are at higher risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and depression, because chronic sleep loss damages the entire body, brain, heart, and immune system alike. And sadly, most patients are never properly diagnosed. They visit doctors for insomnia and are given sleeping pills, They go for fatigue and are told to take vitamins. But the true cause restless leg syndrome remains unnoticed. Remember, RLS is not just weak nerves or worrying too much. It is a real neurological disorder. With clear scientific evidence behind it, the good news is it can be managed. I'll share more about treatment strategies later. But for now, it's crucial to understand the difference between RLS and leg cramps. Because if you confuse the two, you'll end up using the wrong method. For example, RLS improves the moment you move around. But leg cramps? They strike suddenly with sharp pain and hard muscle contraction, and walking at that moment may only make it worse. So what exactly are leg cramps? And why do they become such a nightmare after the age of 60? Let's move on to the next part to find out. Asterisk. Now let's talk about the second condition. Leg cramps. Unlike RLS, which is a neurological disorder, leg cramps are primarily a muscular problem. Here's what happens. A muscle or sometimes a group of muscles suddenly contracts and refuses to relax. It feels like the muscle has turned into a hard rock under your skin. The pain is sharp, intense, and can last from a few seconds to several minutes. And even after the cramp passes, the muscle often remains sore for hours, sometimes even days. The most common site is the calf muscles, the ones at the back of your lower leg. That's why so many older adults complain about waking up in the middle of the night, clutching their calves in pain. But why does this happen more often after 60? There are several key reasons. 1. Circulation slows down as we age. Blood vessels lose elasticity and circulation becomes less efficient. Poor blood flow to the legs means muscles don't get enough oxygen and nutrients, which makes them more prone to cramping too. Loss of muscle mass after the age of 60. People naturally lose muscle mass at a faster rate, a process called sarcopenia. Weaker muscles fatigue more easily and contract abnormally, which often triggers cramps. 3. Imbalance of electrolytes. Muscles need minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium to contract and relax properly. But in older adults, absorption of these minerals often decreases, especially if they're taking medications like diuretics for high blood pressure. That imbalance can set the stage for nighttime cramps. 4. Dehydration. Older adults are less likely to feel thirsty, even when their bodies need water. Chronic mild dehydration makes muscles more sensitive and prone to sudden spasms. 5. Nerve compressions. The cause isn't in the muscles themselves, but in the spine. Conditions like lumbar stenosis or nerve root compression can irritate the nerves that control the legs, causing frequent cramps. Now here's the critical point. Leg cramps and RLS are not the same. RLS creates an urge to move, but the discomfort is relieved once you do. Leg cramps are sudden, painful muscle contractions that often force you to stop moving because the pain is so intense, and this distinction is important, because the way you handle them is very different. Imagine this. You're sleeping peacefully when suddenly your calf tightens like a knot. The pain is so sharp it jolts you awake. You sit up, clutching your leg, trying to stretch it out. You may even cry out because the pain feels unbearable. This is not just an inconvenience, it's a real interruption of life quality. Studies suggest that up to 50% of older adults experience nighttime leg cramps, at least occasionally. For some, it's once or twice a month. For others, it happens almost every night, and the consequences. Sleep is broken and fragmented. The fear of cramps makes people anxious before bedtime. Chronic sleep disruption contributes to daytime fatigue, falls, and even reduced life expectancy. What's more troubling is that many older adults accept cramps as a normal part of aging. But that's not true. While aging increases the risk, cramps are not inevitable. There are causes and solutions. And here's another hidden danger. Sometimes frequent leg cramps are a warning sign of an underlying disease like peripheral artery disease, diabetes-related nerve problems, or kidney dysfunction. That's why ignoring cramps, or simply massaging them away, may cause you to miss a bigger health issue. So here's the key takeaway. RLS equals neurological, a restless urge to move. Cramps equals muscular, sudden pain and spasm. Both appear at night. Both steal your sleep. But they need very different approaches. Now that we've clarified the difference, the next step is even more important. How do you know which one you really have? And how can you stop them from ruining your nights? Let's continue to the next part, where I'll show you exactly how to tell them apart and what mistakes most people make that keep them stuck in the cycle. Now that you've seen both conditions, restless leg syndrome and leg cramps, it's time to put them side by side. Because many people confuse them. Restless leg syndrome, RLS, discomfort, tingling, crawling, or electric-like sensations in the legs. Relief. Moving your legs or walking helps reduce the discomfort. Timing. Symptoms appear mostly in the evening or at night during rest. Cause. Neurological, linked to dopamine imbalance and low brain iron. Leg cramps, discomfort, sudden, sharp pain from muscle contraction. Relief. Stretching or massaging the muscles. Sometimes walking is too painful. Timing can strike any time, but especially at night during sleep. Cause. Muscular, linked to dehydration, mineral imbalance, poor circulation, or nerve compression. Do you see the difference? One is a restless urge to move. The other is a painful, involuntary contraction. But here's the problem. Many older adults mistake one for the other, and when you confuse them, you treat them the wrong way. Let me give you some examples. If you have RLS but think it's cramps, you might drink more water or eat more bananas. That won't fix the underlying dopamine imbalance, so the discomfort stays. If you have cramps but think it's RLS, you may try to walk around every time it strikes. But walking during a severe cramp can make the pain even worse, or even cause muscle tears. That's why distinguishing between the two is not just academic, it's practical. It determines whether you sleep peacefully or suffer night after night. Now, let's talk about the common mistakes that make both conditions worse. Mistake 1. Blaming it all on aging. So many people shrugged and say, "Well, I'm old, of course. My legs hurt." This mindset is dangerous. Aging increases risk. Health mistake 2. Relying only on sleeping pills. Doctors often prescribe sedatives for insomnia caused by RLS or cramps. But these don't treat the root problem. They simply knock you out for a while the legs still twitch or cramp underneath. Over time, dependence on these pills can even make sleep quality worse. Mistake 3. Ignoring hydration and minerals. Many seniors underestimate the power of water and electrolytes. Even mild dehydration or low magnesium can spark nightly cramps. Yet people often go years without addressing this simple fix. Mistake for lack of movements. Some people rest too much, thinking stillness prevents cramps or discomfort. But the truth is, a sedentary lifestyle makes both RLS and cramps more likely. Muscles weaken, circulation slows, and nerves misfire. Mistake 5. Not seeking medical advice because both conditions often appear at night.
How many people never mention them to doctors?
They think it's not serious. But sometimes, cramps and restless legs are early warning signs of vascular disease, kidney issues, or even neurological disorders. Here's the bottom line. Confusing the two leads to wasted effort. Ignoring them leads to worsening health. And postponing action steals away the one thing you need most after 60. Restorative sleep. So the next step is crucial. We need to explore practical solutions, what you can do starting tonight to manage RLS and leg cramps effectively. And that's exactly what we'll uncover in the next part. Asterisk. We've now explored the differences between restless leg syndrome and leg cramps. But understanding is only the first step. The real question is, what can you do, starting today, to take back control of your nights? Because after 60, sleep is not a luxury, it's a lifeline for your brain, your heart, and your overall health. Let's walk through the practical solutions. 1. Solutions for restless leg syndrome, RLS. If your symptoms match RL's, remember it's a neurological condition linked to dopamine and iron. Step 1. Check and correct iron levels. Research shows that low ferritin below 50 ng/ml is strongly linked to RLS. If blood tests show deficiency, Your doctor may recommend iron supplements. But don't take iron blindly. Too much can harm the liver and heart. Step 2. Improve your sleep routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Avoid coffee, tea, alcohol, and nicotine at least 6 hours before bed. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and free from screens. Step 3. Gentle movement before bedtime. Light stretching, yoga, or a short evening walk can reduce symptoms. A warm bath or leg massage also works wonders for many people. Step 4. Seek medical guidance if severe. In some cases, doctors may prescribe medications that adjust dopamine activity. These are not first line for everyone. They can be life-changing for those with severe symptoms. 2. Solutions for nighttime leg cramps for cramps. The issue is muscular and circulatory. Step 1. Stay hydrated. Older adults often don't feel thirsty even when dehydrated. Sip water regularly throughout the day. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Step 2. Replenish electrolytes. Muscles need calcium, magnesium, and potassium to function properly. Get calcium from dairy, small fish with bones, and leafy greens. Get magnesium from pumpkin seeds, almonds, and spinach. Get potassium from bananas, potatoes, avocados, and beans. If diet isn't enough, ask your doctor about supplements. Step 3. Stretch before bed. A simple calf stretch can dramatically reduce cramps. Stand facing a wall. Press your hands against it. Step one leg back and keep the heel on the floor. Hold for 30 seconds. Repeat with both legs. Step 4. Adjust sleeping position. Sleep on your back with a small pillow under your knees. Avoid curling your legs too tightly as that can trigger cramps. Step 5. Act immediately when a cramp strikes. Gently stretch. Straighten your leg and pull your toes toward your shin. Walk slowly if you can, or massage with warm water or a heating pad. Avoid jerking or massaging too hard, which can damage the muscle. 3. General principles for both conditions, whether it's RLS or cramps. Some lifestyle habits benefit both. Stay active. Walking 20 to 30 minutes a day keeps muscles and circulation healthy. Maintain a healthy weight. Extra weight stresses both muscles and nerves. Manage underlying conditions. Diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, and vascular problems can worsen both RLs and cramps. Take symptoms seriously. Don't dismiss them as just aging. For final message, here's the truth. Restless legs and cramps are not just minor annoyances. They are messages from your body. Messages saying, pay attention. Take care of me. After 60, your time and energy are precious. Every night of good sleep is a gift that restores your mind, strengthens your heart, and protects your future. Remember, don't confuse RLs with cramps. They are different. Don't ignore them. Small symptoms can lead to big problems. And don't accept suffering as normal aging. Aging is not a sentence. It's a new chapter. And you have the power to make it a healthy one. Tonight, before you sleep, try this. Drink a glass of warm water. Do a few gentle stretches. Create a calm, quiet space for rest. When your legs no longer twitch with restlessness. When cramps no longer wrench you awake at night, you'll rediscover the priceless gift of deep, peaceful sleep. And if this video helped you, share it with friends and loved ones, especially those over 60, because sometimes a single piece of information is enough to change a life.